Folks, grab your drinks because it is time to put the world away. Welcome, folks. It is baseball season, and I'm going to play this game called Out of the Park Baseball 27 OOTP 27, folks. Let's get going. I'm a little rusty here as I have not been on YouTube playing a game for a few months. I forgot how to work OBS and all this stuff. So, guys, grab your chair, get a drink. This is just I'm a casual guy. And just having a good time, watching a little bit of baseball, looking at a few numbers, setting up a team and see how well it performs. I don't do a lot of the detail stuff, maxing and minning and for being really intense about everything and negotiating too much. I might try to save a little bit of dollars here and there when I try to sign some players, but folks, I have coaches. I delegate, let them do their job. I kind of sit back. I do like drafting some players, but trading, contract negotiations, that is definitely not my strong suit. But I'm going to do my best. That's all we can do, right? All right, but I'll delegate a lot of that stuff, and I'll show you my settings. But let's play some baseball and have a good time. Hold on. Get it. Let me grab my drink here. I'm going to play. I grew up in the Northwest, and I've been a baseball fan ever since I was a little kid, folks. And so the Seattle Mariners, or whoever we're going to play with, and let's go. This game, if you guys aren't familiar with this game, if you like numbers, folks, this is your game. If you like baseball, maybe you don't like baseball, but if you like sports and building a team, developing young players into becoming greatness, folks, help them define their greatness through development. They're not all going to develop great, right? That's life. But building a team up and competing and you can have as much control as you want on this game. This is your world. You can create your own baseball league, your own team names, your own logos, folks. You can customize your league how you want, how many games you want. It's endless, and I'll show you guys here in the settings, folks, what you want to do. Or if you like historical play, you could play back with players back in 1870, I think, is the earliest. Right after the Civil War, baseball's been played here, folks, in America. And this game has, folks, all these statistics and historical facts. It's simply amazing. So go grab it. I just like to chill out, have a couple drinks, and play this game, and we'll see what we can do. If it continues to be fun, I'll continue to put some videos out, and when I get tired of it, I won't. There we go. But grab your drinks. Let's go. Let's get in here. There's another game, kind of like a side game in a game. It's called Perfect Team, where you can play with real money, which I don't because I'm broke, and you can play with just free. It's a perfect team. You sign in. I've been playing it for the last couple of years. You get these packs. It's kind of you can open these packs. That's kind of fun, right? You can see who you get, and you can build your team that way. And you play with people online, folks. And you can get you earn through different achievements of your team. You can earn these perfect points, and you can build up. And there's a market. You can get the players with your perfect points. You don't have to spend any money. I didn't spend any money, and every time the few years that I've been playing Perfect Team, and you can get better and better players as you go, and you move up through the leagues. Right now, there starts as an entry level, and then it puts you in I think the bottom is the Iron League. There's a bronze, a silver, a gold, a platinum, a diamond. I believe that's how it goes. And you just have fun. You compete, and have a good time. You can see how your team's building and then build up your team that you want from all kinds of baseball cards. These packs have players since from 1870 up to current players. So nice little addition to the OOTP game. And then there's tournaments. And if you win tournaments, I haven't yet, I've only played them. There's the third one here going on. If you win tournaments, there's certain prizes as well. Like you might be able to get a silver pack or a gold pack or whatever. It'll say as soon as you sign up to the league, you can do a perfect draft. You can just draft. You like just drafting players. There's all different types of tournaments. Okay, enough about that, folks. Let's play our game. I'm going to continue. I've already set it up, the settings how I want it. I didn't want to bore you with all the settings, but some of you guys might want to go through some of the settings. Here we are, Showboat Mango, folks. We're going to go into the game. We'll go into the game settings. And again, folks, you can design the game how you want. Just be creative with your brain, and you can have. I created a baseball league where it's just my area where I live and all the cities around me. I created a league with just all the little towns and cities where I currently live. It had like a local baseball. You can change the names of the players if you want. If you can put your friends in there, or you can put real life, or just play with real life historical players if you want. You can have, and you can randomize it. You can have Babe Ruth will come in, do a draft, Ken Griffey Jr., and all your favorite players, folks. It's pretty awesome. Set up a draft, and you can pick play. Anyway, let's go. So all this, basically, it's all normal. The only thing I changed here was the values, 20 to 80, increments of 5 overall rating. And you're like, what the hell is that? We'll show you all in a sec. It's just the rating system. You can do stars as well. But I like the numbers. Enable owner's goal. I uncheck that. I just want to stay here with the Seattle Mariners for how many seasons I do, and we'll see how well I perform after how many seasons I accomplish here. Because I checked also, it's not on this screen, but I can't be fired. So if I do a crap job, if I don't win any games, folks, I go 0-162. That would be quite an accomplishment right there. No wins, 162 losses. I can't get fired. Auto saves, all this stuff, folks. You can do financials. You can enable storylines. Okay, that's the only thing I changed here on this one, I believe. Player team names. I was watching another YouTuber, and he kind of inspired me to change some of these settings. I guess the aging speed, instead of 1, I put it down just a notch to 0.9, so they age a little bit slower. Same with the pictures here. But you can change, you can use player personality ratings. All these, you can show players nicknames. You can check on there. You can change their nicknames if you want. In the past, enable injuries. If you don't like any injuries, you can just uncheck this, folks. You're like, nope, I don't want any injuries. Let's see how well all the players do without any injuries. I have enabled injuries, but I put it on. It says very high as realistic. I'm not into it. I'm just going to do normal, folks. I almost thought about doing low because who likes injuries, right? But I want to have a little bit of kind of realism in the game, right? And you gotta, we'll try to challenge ourselves a little bit. It's like, you got injured. You gotta have a depth. You gotta have some depth to your team, right? Hide injury rating. No. I think I got all this in here. And again, you can always change this. You can always come back to the settings in the middle of your game. You can and then I think it'll take effect for the next season. You can change the logos, the caps, the jerseys, folks, the colors of your jerseys. You can go to face gen. I have free agents wear suits. Click that on there. Baseball cards, it just takes a long time to load, so I don't have the baseball cards enabled for each player. You can show beards, folks. This is how detailed this game is. If you guys want to show beards, And then you can adjust your player how you want, how detailed, just the beards, goatees, handlebar. I mean, I could make a video just about talking about, look at all these beard types. Are you kidding me? And just the funny names of the beard types. I didn't know. Look at these beard types. The Burnside, the Brawny, the Billy Goat, the Delta, the Deuce, folks. Look at all these funny names. The Goat Anchor. I didn't know. I had no idea that was called the Goat Anchor. The Harley, folks. The Lemon. I got the Mr. Jones beard right here. Okay, we're not here to. Let's turn off the AI settings. You can do the trading difficulty. I just kind of kept it normal, folks. If it gets, and again, if you're playing the game, like, wait, the trades are kind of a little bit unrealistic, or they're too hard for you, come in here and adjust it. Okay. This is how the players are evaluated. So their ratings are at 60%, 25, 10, 5. I've known some people that do 40, 30, 20, 10. I'm just going to keep it there as standard. It's just the way how they rate players. Only 5% will go from the last 2 years ago of the player's stats. Only 5% will count towards his player evaluation, his rating, and so on and so forth. The current year, previous year. All right, Almanac. I don't adjust anything with there. The database, league settings, folks. The league settings, and you have these sub settings here. The functions. You can edit the ballparks. Okay, folks. League team, I'm not going to adjust anything here. What do they have for Oakland? 0. They have nothing for Oakland. So where are they at? They're in Sacramento, huh? They're playing in Sacramento until I forget. Are they playing at a minor league park? Might have to drive down there and take a look at go to one of their games. But I know they're going to Vegas as soon as there's a stadium being built down there, I believe. Till that's done. You can change Major League Baseball if you don't want to have it called Major League Baseball. You can change it. Different rules. You can change when the season starts. Expanded roster. If you don't like the active roster size for 26 players, you can change that. But I'm going to try to keep everything as default here. Enable Rule 5 draft. That's enabled. Enable trading. If you don't want any trading, take that off. Can you guys hear the baby crying in the background? I'm currently at a library because they have really good Wi-Fi. I was here, but they got. It's people in their kids, man. Oh man. Okay, that's another story. Okay, let's keep moving on. Draft lottery choices. You could, if you want to do this, expansion team. Okay. The finances. I didn't touch anything here, I don't think, but again, like the star quality player, typical salary, 24 million. If you don't like any of this, you could change it. Okay. You can, there's an option here. It might have been the last screen. You can have the budgets or what the players made in 1950 if you want. Options, expansion. So enable automatic evolution of the league. You know what? I want to take off designated hitter rule. Let's not let them change that. We're always going to have the designated hitter rule. But they can do an expansion. We can do active roster size. That'll change more or less pitching. This is kind of an evolution of the game. Team relocation. Just don't relocate my team. We'll see what happens. What kind of funny stuff goes on. team nicknames can change, injury list length can change, and so on and so forth. I did have to change this because they had like Silver Slugger. Yeah, I think it was called Platinum Slugger or something. So I don't know. There must be some kind of copyright. I don't. And then I changed the Gold Glove because that's what it's called. You can Hall of Fame voting, guys. All this stuff, folks. You can allow rainouts. Look at or not. The ultimate sandbox game here, folks. Automatically schedule all-star game. You know what? I changed something in here. Influence of popularity in all-star vote. I put moderate. I think it was high. I want some players to get in there that are just, they're doing well, not just popular. That makes sense. I want players that are actually kicking butt, they're statistically, that might not be well known, to have a chance to play in the all-star game. Of course, you know, it should be voted by the fans, right? Fans vote who they want to see in the all-star games. And sometimes it's not necessarily the guy with the best stats for that first half. Players, I didn't check anything. You can adjust also if you say you want players only from Australia or more percentage from Australia. You can adjust all that, folks, here. Okay, you want more players from the Philippines. You can adjust that. Say, I want 50%. Players come from the Philippines. Stats and AI. League totals. Look at that. I mean, allow two-way players. Yeah, why not? So yes, check that on, which is default. It was already on, but gotta love the two-way players, right? If you can do it, why limit somebody? And I think that's it, folks. So let's get to we'll do the manager options. Okay, so right now I've taken control surprisingly a lot more than I normally do. Right here it is, play mode right here, folks. Cannot be fired. I'm doing manager and GM. There's my birth date, my name, Showboat Mango, July 4th, because I like independence. That's my birthday, 2000, so it's easy to keep track of how old we are. I'm 26 years old. I'm a young coach. It's not my real birthday and age, folks, as you probably could tell. Setting up lineups and depth charts, that's all me. The only thing I have setting up players, the strategies, I do have my bench coach doing that. Managing development lab, I've never done it, but I'm going to fiddle with it, and if I like it, I'll do it. If not, I'll have my assistant or whoever, let's see, my assistant do it. That's the only other option. Setting up player development focus, I have the assistant. Active roster, transactions, initiate trades, drafting players, that's all me. The combine, having my scout do that. I'm doing all the budgets and stuff, which I have no idea how to do it. I can adjust the ticket prices. I'll try to figure it all out, folks. Sign and fire, benches, coaches, and all this, that's all me. Minor league promotions and demotions. I'm going to do that for a bit. See if I can handle all these guys, because there's a lot of dudes. So we'll see if it gets too much for me. I'll just delegate it, because I like to sit here and drink my drink while I'm while I'm just chilling out and simming the games here. Hands-off approach. Minor league lineups. I'll have all the minor league managers do all that, folks. Speaking of that, let's go to the Mariners here, the front office. Go to the personnel. And you can come here if you want to have all your own coaches. You can come over here in the actions here, from the Dominican Rookie League, all the Rookie League, the A, the AA, all through your organization. You can come in here and fire every person and then rehire however you want. But right now, most of them are signed until 2027. I'll let them prove themselves. There was just one guy, I think it was in the high A, that there was a hitting coach that needed to be hired, and I think this was the guy I hired. I can't remember. There was one hitting coach here somewhere. I think it was Ben Johnson. And the only other person I traded out was my scouting director. I looked at my scouting director that was here, and he was only average, was like okay, average, good. And I found this scouting director, folks, is Drew Toussaint. And another another thing, folks, I can't pronounce. English is my first language, but you wouldn't know it if you knew me. I can't pronounce probably 90% of the freaking people. So we just call people nicknames at the first syllable. One syllable thing is good for me. Maybe once in a while I'll give somebody a 2-syllable nickname. But Drew here, Toussaint, is the guy I hired. And boom, I'll show you why. Because he was a free agent. And look at this. Scouting Major Leagues, excellent. Minor League, International, and Scout Amateurs, all outstanding. Favorabilities, I think that's just the current, what his talent is currently. I think tools are like a potential what he could get. He favors it. This guy was awesome. I didn't care what the hell that was right there. Everything else was outstanding. We're going to go with Drew for a while, folks. 43 years old. From Compton, California. Nice, safe area, isn't it? That's a rough neighborhoods from what I understand. Used to be back in the day. And scouting director. So there he is, folks. We'll see how well he does, Mr. Drew. Okay, so let's go. Where do I start, folks? Home, I guess. Seattle. Here we are, and we'll look at all the organization. Here it is. Here it is. So here's this is how I set up my screen. You can adjust your screen how you want. I have it 3x4. I have a little laptop I'm playing on. So, let's say you want 2x5. Does that fit? That kind of does not too bad either, huh? But this fits everything I think how I want. Is it 3? Was that it? Oh, shoot. I think 3x4. Okay, so I got my active roster, the injured list, the designated for assignment, my secondary 40-man. Maybe I'll put the secondary 40-man over here next to my active roster. Designated for assignment over here. And then the injuries right here. Got 2 guys. Then my AAA, AA, you can see it, high A, A, and then my 2 development rookie leagues. And then I put the Rule 5 eligible. And then trading block. Not sure what I want to put there. Trading block or waivers. All right, so here's all your organization. And I have some players. Here's the potential. I have all the numbers. So 50 or higher potential. I have, as you can see, the 50 or higher potential players I have in caps. Because I created a short list. And you go to my Showboat Mango short list. And I wish it would default to this. I just put Seattle prospects. All players. These are all the guys that I have that I want to kind of like keep an eye on. So there's 13 altogether. All the pitchers and batters and by their potential. So Cade Anderson right now we're starting him off. He was the number one draft pick last year. Seattle's the first round, 3rd overall. Drafted by the Seattle Mariners in the first round, 3rd overall, folks. Here we go. We're going to start him off and single A, Cade Anderson. And then also all the potential guys that are at least 50 or higher. And that can change, folks. I've had in the past where somebody was only like potential. I used to play with the stars, like a star and a half. And they started developing. Dude, they were up to like, I've had a 4-star. He moved up to 4 stars. He was elite. I've had that happen a few times, so it's possible. The potential does change because right now the scattering accuracy as well is low on a lot of these players. Things happen. They'll all constantly scout them, and as they develop, you hopefully, right, they just get better and better and can make a difference on your first team. That's where you want them, right? So there's the 13 that I'm going to keep, and I'm going to keep obviously looking at this, and things can change as well. So there's a lot. Now you guys know why I delegate, because you have all these, your organizational teams, this single A, high A, double, triple A, all these teams, right? So let's look at our team. Let's look at our team right now. Here's our pitching, folks. So I put it as potential, but Nunez, our closer. It's opening day today, folks. So I simmed up. When you start off in the game, it starts off like a month. Maybe I've simmed maybe a couple weeks. So to get you time to sign some of your coaches that you need, and to move guys around in your organization where you want them to be, promote, demote, and get things set up. So Munoz, our closer. Look at those ratings, folks. Got Gilbert, our starter. So maybe we should do this. I have, folks, you can go over here to, if you're lost, folks, this is what I do a lot. I go over to the actions, and you can ask the bench coach to set everything up and set the bullpen up. I kind of do that to get me in the ballpark, and I was like, nah, I want to change it up a little bit. So I think this was close on how my manager, my bench coach, how he set it up. It's pretty close how I got it. So Brian Wu, our starter. There he is, folks. 70 also. Logan Gilbert. I'd love to have a right or a lefty. We got all righties in here. Get George Kirby, folks, number 3. Luis Castillo and Bryce Miller. The closer, Munoz, I showed you guys that. I got a closer and a setup. Eighth is Brash. Okay, Bizardo, folks. Another closer, setup, middle relief. We got Jose Ferrer. Dan Dunning. I'm not real familiar with this guy, because we got him from Texas, huh? It's on a minor league contract. Because he played last year with Texas. Just had a 10 innings pitched. I don't know about this guy. I might. We'll see what happens. I'll give him like a month here. We're gonna sim out a month, folks, and we'll see the numbers. If they don't, I can move them down. And I mean, you look at their contract here. So this guy, minor league options, he's out of options. So if he's doing crap, and I can't move him down, so at least he's on a minor league contract. So I'll have to DFA him. This is designated for future assignment. If some other team can pick him up, nobody picks him up, then I can move him down, I believe. If he doesn't want to go down, I'll have to release him. Again, minor league contract. So I think that's how it works, guys. I keep forgetting how all that works and all the arbitration and contracts. I have to get brushed up and refreshed. I'll remember here shortly as soon as I do it a few times. Spire. So we've got a couple lefties. Look at this solid player though. 60 over. His ratings look good. You can see his pitching type. He's a power pitcher. Suggested role. Bullpen. So right now he's making 2.1. He's on his 4th year. So you go to contract, you want to look. So he's got, that's it. He's got 1 more year left, folks. We claimed him on waivers in 2022, the Seattle Mariners. So they're saying, so after this, I think he goes to arbitration, and that's the estimate, 3.8. I have to figure it out. Cooper Criswell, I'm not sure. He played for Boston last year. Okay. Give these guys a chance, and then Diaz. He had 1 inning last year. Yeah, we got some. We'll see what happens here. These guys, of course, a little bit shaky. I think I'll see what happens. Our lineup. Number 1 guy, folks, guys. Now, overall 75, Cal Raleigh. Power, of course, right? He ended up with 60 homers. I thought it was 61. He was right even at 60, huh? Okay. 60. We got Julio, folks, our center fielder. Cleanup hitter is the expectations. Really? What's Cal's expectation? Cleanup hitter. Well, okay. Ariz Arena, starting lineup. That's his expectation. There you go. There's our left fielder, folks. Josh Naylor, our first baseman. If he can do what he did last year, he just had that 54 games with us, but he had 299 batting and 19 stolen bases. And if you look at the guy, you'd be like, no hell and way this guy would get any stolen bases. He had 19 stolen bases in 54 games, folks. And look at his past. A surprise. Donovan, this was our new pickup, folks. Second baseman. You can look at his position ratings. He can play quite a bit of areas, so he's very a utility guy, and his ratings, infield and outfield, are very good. Outfield, okay, 50, 55, 50. A better infielder, defensive, but you can play an out here. Like those versatile players. You got Dominic Canzone, be on the bench. Again, left fielder, right fielder kind of deal. Canzone, J.P. Crawford. He's actually hurt right now, but it's in the game. He's not, so we're gonna start him, folks, at shortstop. Luke Raley. Our bench guys fill in for the outfield. It's been a good first baseman too, and then all outfield. Raley. Another new pickup we had was Rob Ruffsnyder, outfielder. Going to be our left fielder. Okay, did pretty good for Boston last year. 1.6 WAR, 269 batting average. On base percentage, 354. So, Rivas, third baseman. Very good eye here in the game. Second, third, and shortstop, they say he can play. And that's, decent defensive ratings. There's Rivas. And Victor Robles, right fielder. And then Garver, our backup catcher. And then Mastroboni. He can play Mr. Utility Man here. He can play, look how many positions he can play. Second, third, short, and all in the outfield. And he's got decent ratings as well. So there is our 13 players, her lineup, and then 13 pitchers. That's how normal. We set, I guess, setting up most teams, I think, do 13 and 13. Oh man, what do we look at? Front office, here's our salaries, folks. So you kind of look who we have. So at the end of this season, right, we have Gilbert going for arbitration, George Kirby arbitration's like a third party. That's the middleman basically trying to negotiate that decides what offer to go with, the team offer or favor the player. I'm still learning that stuff myself. Team options with the T. We'll get to it when that comes about, folks. Finances, right now we do have total money available, $26 million, and money for extensions, $77.8 million. So we got some money here. Market size above average, fan loyalty above average, fan interest is 88. Our ticket price, you can come in here, it's 44 right now. I mean, I can adjust it down here for $1 if I want. Everybody would show up, right? And then we'll just charge $40 for a hot dog. Or is that's probably what it is already, a hot dog, huh? But we'll just go to 0, 44. What readjust? How do I do it? Uh-oh, do I gotta put the dollar sign in? See, now you guys know how many times I've done this. Okay. We'll see if it resets. Attendance per game. We'll see what happens. That's compared to last year. I guess it went up a couple percent revenue. And you can see all your budgeting stuff, folks. The owner, here it is. His patience is demanding. Fiscal responsibility, involvement, priority, achieve a winning record. That's what he wants us to achieve. Folks, let's see if it reset. $44. Okay, salary, if you look at that, personnel, staff roles, folks, player development. We can see here the minor league system. This minor league system ranks 5th out of 30th. So we're one of the top ones, folks. This is all the prospects. You can see the entire organization. See our depth chart at each position. So our top prospect, I showed you guys at the other screen. These are the guys I have all on that short list. Kate Anderson, Colt Emerson. And this is the total dynamic. It'll change. Okay? I mean, let's go to Kate Anderson. We can look at the scout report. The little scout will tell you what's going on with him. It's the history. Yeah, here it is. So within 4 days, he's named number 11th prospect. Now, 4 days later, he's named number 10. So, again, it's very dynamic. We're hoping big things from this youngster. Development lab. Where do I go? Showed you the rosters, injuries. Here's a transaction log that I did. I signed all these free agents. I went into Major League Baseball, go to transactions, I go to free agents, and I went here and went by potential. And there was a bunch of youngsters. I think I had it filtered here for like 25 years or younger. And there was a bunch of guys that had a potential like 45s that looked pretty good. And I'll take some gambles on youngsters that are under 25 that had potential 45, and they all wanted minor league contracts. So, and that's, as you can see, here's the transaction log. That's what all these, what is it, about a dozen guys I signed, and I put them in the AA where I thought was fit, or where they would fit. I mean, for instance, I signed this guy, a second baseman, 45 potential. He's only 25, and I think, I mean, you can see he's already got 50 contact, 50 that, 50. So I put him in the AAA. Last year he was in AAA somewhere, North Fork Tides, and we can click on that and see what organization. He's actually had a couple games for Baltimore, 12 games for Baltimore and 1 game for Cincinnati. 45 days in Major League service right here. So no expectation. Minor league contract. I took a risk on the guy. That's one of them. Gabriel, he's a 23-year-older, got 45 potential. If not, we can develop him a little bit and we can trade him and we might get some better value. Some trade might happen or some team might offer us some money, and there we go. One guy I'm really excited about that I got on a free agent is this center fielder, Jesus Rodriguez, 19 years old, 50 already contact, avoid Cades and BABIP. Potentially a really good outfielder for the future. Again, our scouting accuracy, though, folks, is very low. So things are going to adjust with the scouting accuracy getting better. And that does over time when our scouts are doing their work. And then, of course, with his development, we'll see what happens. He was in the Chicago Development League, and they released him. You can look at the history here if you want. There, they released him. I picked him up a month and 23 days later. So they were free minor league contracts they're on. You can adjust the strategy, folks, presets. I kind of have it. What do I have? I don't know what I have on here. I asked the my assistant or Manny here. Manny is one of my managers. He's my bench coach. So, and then I can look at him, what he likes to do though. Maybe you don't like his managerial style. It's conventional. You can adjust all this stuff. If you guys like aggressively stealing bases, you can adjust it. Here it is, hit and runs, pitching. I'm going to play it out. And I'll adjust it accordingly as I go. And I'm probably going to adjust this later and delegate a lot of this stuff. And what do I have to worry about? I can't be fired, folks. I just want to have a little entertaining. Baseball season in real life is starting tomorrow. I think the Yankees play Wednesday. My Seattle Mariners play Thursday for opening day. And just want to have a little fun here. Here's the standings right now. Okay. Obviously, no one's played a game, but let's look at the predictions. So here, folks, we can look at this. If you like spreadsheets, folks, stats, you can look this for days. Prospect pipeline. So these are the guys, 100 prospects, folks, rated top 100. They're the top guy. They're thinking number one guy is in the Pittsburgh organization, Connor Griffin, and then you can look at him. Looks freaking elite, folks. and there he is. So we can click on him. And right now, yeah, he's actually a 19-year-old starting right now in Major League Baseball. Right? He's playing for Pittsburgh Pirates. Starting lineup. Says expectations. It looks like that's what he's got. The shortstop position there in Pittsburgh. And we can go look at Pittsburgh's depth chart and go see. And you can see their current teams, folks. So yeah, Major League Baseball, this number 3 guy hasn't made it yet. They put the Detroit Tigers put him in the AAA. It's like he's very high risk. I think that might be referring to injuries or a very high risk that he's going to develop. No, I think that's injuries, right? and his estimated time, what year they think he's gonna be in, make the Major League Baseball. Extreme risk. Trying to think what that would be, right? Risk is injury. Hover over it. Or is that just risk that he's in the start, or that he's not gonna? Let's see. Kate Anderson, a medium risk. We looked at him before. Right now he's in the Inland Empires, so just the single A. I guess other teams are being a lot more aggressive. They're starting him in double. There's a double. There's a high A. We got this guy in A. I'm being a little more slow developing. If he kicks butt, and I'll look at like the mid-season here, and if he's kicking butt in single A, we're not challenging him enough. I'll move him up to maybe double or even higher, triple A. We'll see how he's looking. But not too fat. I want to make sure he develops well, but if he is, if he's kicking ass, yeah, move his butt up and shoot. If we need a starter lefty, and we do need a lefty, I'll bring him up to the major leagues. Medium risk. It's got to be injuries, huh? I was thinking like risk of if he's gonna if he would start, or is it risky to? What else would it be? What am I trying to say here? A higher risk to bring him into your starting organization. It's kind of it's very high risk to bring him up so far. He's not quite ready yet. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. Shoot, this guy looks dang good. I'd probably start 45 overall. You want at least 45s. I got a couple starter guys, I think, in my team. 45 right now overall. 50. So maybe just to wait a little bit longer. Let's see. Status. Injury proneness is normal. So that there it is, guys. Here it is. Development risk is very high. So an assessment of how much risk there is in the player's development in reaching their potential. Okay. With more scouting and stuff, that will change, and over time. So there you go. There, answered my question. Just hover over things, folks. We can sit here and click buttons all day, folks. There's the rookie draft, and we have it. There's a draft combine, but not yet. It'll June 7th. It looks like the combine will start, but there's a draft pool. You can see here. Look at all the youngsters, folks. Guys, 6'5", dang, 6'9". But obviously, these are all the youngsters that are gonna. Oh, there's a 28-year-old, 20s. Most of all these guys are the youngsters, though. They're potential-wise. Look at that. These are all players. Yeah, so pitchers and batters. 75ers. Look at that. These are elite if they reach their potential. We got a good number of them here, even the 65s. So, and then the mock draft. They're thinking it's still early. They're thinking we're gonna pick when the drafts come. They're thinking we're gonna pick this Cooper Sides, this pitcher from Orange Lutheran High School, 18-year-old. And that's down the road here, folks. That's down the road. When is that draft? First year player draft, 7-Eleven, folks. Just like the store, 7-Eleven. Speaking of 7-Eleven, I have to go there. I have to go there later. Get me a Slurpee. All right, folks. So, man, let's go. I'm gonna sim 30 days out, and we'll see where we stand. I was trying to see the predictions. Where's that at, folks? It's reports. Oh, yeah, and then this is a good button here. The reports and info, folks. The power rankings, the player rankings, top prospect, minor league systems. We looked at that, right? No, we haven't looked at this page, but the best system currently is Pittsburgh Pirates. They got the most prospects. So Pittsburgh, if they keep all those guys, and they got some good youth youngsters coming up, and Houston doesn't have any. Good, keep them down there. Where's Seattle at? We're 5th. Okay, so we got quite a few. 4 guys there in the top, maybe 100. Yeah, top 100. We can sit here and click buttons for days. Reports and info. I love that. Power rankings haven't been adjusted yet. That happens during the season. Rookie draft. Oops. Folks, hold on. Game performance rankings. All the games that come to the top prospects. We looked at that already. You can find a player, free agents, waiver wires, upcoming draft pools, available personnel. You need to hire your coaches. Right here. Preseason predictions, folks. Boom. So they're predicting Seattle. Oh, they're predicting the Athletics that don't even have a stadium, or they don't even have, they don't even have they don't even have a home, folks. The homeless folks are going to win this, predicted by the AI here with 84 wins. They're predicting us to be under 500. Say it ain't so. 80 and 82. 80 wins, 82 losses, folks. I hope not. And according to this, the top hitters, they're predicting Judge, of course, right? Batting 265 with 388 on base and 576 slugging. Do we have anybody in here? Nope. We have no Seattle. Top pitchers, we have Gilbert here and Wu. So we got 2 guys they're predicting. So the best team in the American League that they're predicting is what? Tampa with 89 wins? Wow, okay. Okay, and then the National League, the top team, Philly with 93 wins. No, the Dodgers, 104 wins they're predicting. Top hitters, they're predicting Ohtani. You guys want to... There we go. There's Ohtani. And I know he pitches as well. Just go on to ratings here, and then we can look at this pitcher rating. There's his stuff, the movement, control, and then all his 5 pitches that he has. All right. Ohtani, Soto, Harper, Marte. That's then the pitchers, Chris Sale. Really, how old is he now? He's 36. Still doing it. Skeens, Yamamoto, Ohtani. Wow, they're predicting him to be the 4th best pitcher and the first hit. Guy's a beast, huh? Okay. So there's the predictions. I love watching those. We can even look at the spring batting. Who had the best spring? No, we didn't have one the first season, but next season when the springs, because the first season starts too late here, but we can see next year who led in spring training, so on and so forth, folks. There's stats for days. Let's go right now. Let's go, folks. I don't even know how. Oh, I didn't even set my timer. I think I played for 30 minutes or so. Let's see what happens after. Let's go into. Let's see the schedule here. I know there's something I missed. I'm gonna watch this video back. Like, man, I didn't show them this and that. Trying to show you guys an overview of everything, but make sure you grab your drink, folks. So there's our March. We got 4 series with Cleveland, and just 2 games here with the Yankees. Goes over to April. We play the Yankees. 3 games. Most series are 3. And you know what? I'm going to come back here April 30th, so that gives us a good 30 or so games. I'll reevaluate the players at that point. If some guys are just not cutting it, I'll move them down to AAA. Move them. We'll probably have some injuries time that happens. But I'm going to go ahead and sim, folks. I'll see you guys here in April 30th. And what I do up here, I go here to a specified date. We'll go to 30 of April. And I'm going to go and autoplay that, and we'll do a little recap. We'll see you in a sec. Poof. We are back, folks. April 30th. Here we go. And let's look right at the standings and see what has happened, folks. We are second. It's a half a game back behind Houston. We've lost 3 in a row. 18 and 14 Seattle Mariners. We got just really quick earned run average. Kirby's top 3 here, 1.6. Saves. Munoz has got 11. Wins above replacement. Kirby. So there's the quick standouts for us. Let's look at the schedule and see what happened here in this month. Team schedule. So we started off. Wow, we won out here in March. Swept the Cleveland 7-4, 9-2, 2-1, 7-4. And then we beat the Yankees here 9-2, 5-2. So man, a good start, a 6-0 start. And then April, we lost. So the Yankees took one back. And then we had a 2 out of 3 against the Angels. And then Texas swept us. Oh, shoot. And then Houston, shoot. They beat 3 out of 4. We took that one in 12 innings. So we had a rough time with them. San Diego, we swept. And then we swept Texas. Okay. Oakland, we beat 2 out of 3 with 1. Look at the 16-0. What the? Okay, we'll have to look at that game, see what the hell happened here. I can click on that. 60. Brandon Donovan left. See, it's cool, right? You can go to the games and they'll give you a little recap, folks. Or if you really want to go, you can look at the game log, folks, and by inning, by pitches. Well, not by pitch. Yeah, foul ball. You can see the folks, pitch by pitch. You can see what happened, folks. It is so detailed. Oh my. Okay. So obviously player of the game, Brendan Donovan. That's good to see. So Miller pitched 7 innings, gave up just a 2-hitter. I might give it to Miller, but let's see what Donovan did. 14 Ks. Look at this. 14 Ks. 1 walk. And then Diaz came in there, finished it off. 2 innings there. But what did Donovan have? So Naylor went 4 for 6. 1 for 5. Crawford 2 for 3 with 2 walks for Rodriguez. Donovan 3 for 5 with 5 ribbies. All right, that's just one of our games. We demolished Oakland there to get a break, and then St. Louis got us 2 out of 3, and then the Twins swept us, and that's where we are, folks. So I'll go here. I got all this email, and you can adjust this too if you get so many emails. Exit autoplay when a player's injured. I've had a couple guys that took knocks, and like 1 or 2 days I just kept simming it, but it'll stop the autoplay when this. But if you don't want to be bothered at all, uncheck all this, or right here, do not disturb. You just go. I think the AI will ignore trade offers, but will make necessary transactions. In lineups and depth charts, they'll handle it. If there's injuries, they'll be able to handle it. If you don't want to be disturbed, you just want to sim the whole season if you want. And I'll go in here. I'll figure out all these emails off screen. But let's just go look what we've done. So again, here's the standings. Who's doing the best right now? 20 wins is the Tigers, the Tigers, and then 20 wins over here, the Mets. Okay, the Dodgers with 19. So there we go. Let's go look at our team. What's going on here? The pitching staff, folks. I go on here and pitching stats 1, but if you want to customize your view, folks, you can go in here and customize it, and you can add anything you want. Okay, put their age in there. You can put, wow, really? It has personality and work ethic as well. But you want to see stats. That's the general. Pitching, pitching super stats. Really? Yeah, you can put all these super stat balls in play. Look at all the stats, folks. How many changeups? How many percentage of fastballs their pitches? How many misses? What zone? How many chases? Swings and misses that pitchers pitches out of the zone? How many whiffs? You guys, it goes on and on. Pitching stats. But yeah, intentional walks, how many balks, how many wild pitches if you want in there. And then you can just create your own list. So you can have this look totally different than what this is just the default one, the pitching stats. I haven't changed it yet. But ERA wise, I actually like looking by innings pitched. So Logan Gilbert, 42, 2.53 ERA, so looking pretty good. You can look at the average is what they're hitting against them. The FIP is like a fielding independent pitching. I wish there's a lot of like, what the hell's fielding independent pitching? I wish there was and maybe there is somewhere like that will explain what FIP is better so people can understand it. But basically that's taking out it's just what pitches can control. So it's taking out I have to look it up again. I have to look it up. I thought I had it out. I thought I remembered what it was. It's taken out baseball term. Yeah, is a measure of pitchers' effectiveness by focusing solely on outcomes they control. Okay, such as strikeouts, walks, hit by pitches, and home runs. And then by excluding on balls in play. So it eliminates the influence of the defense, providing a better predictor of future performance than ERA. So it eliminates the influence of the defense. So just what pitchers can control. It's their basically an ERA without the defense and luck. If I said that correctly. There is this stats beyond stats. Again, if you're a numbers guy, you will be in love with this game. Who's having a rough time? Castillo maybe a little bit, huh? 4.59 ERA. I like to look at the strikeouts per 9. I like 7 or higher. I mean, but if he's 6.5, but he's what strikeouts bases on ball, strikeouts per bases on ball ratio. So right now he's walking 3 per 9. That's right at my personal. I like it 3 or lower. 9 walks per 9. That's so all my starters are doing that. 3 or lower. That's exactly right. And just because all my starting pitchers are actually doing pretty good. What I see, ERA place. I like looking at the ERA plus because that's relative to the rest of the league. So 100 is considered average. So he's above average, 59% more, better than average, right? 123, 251. So Kirby, he's got that flame on here, as you can see, because he's on fire, on a hot streak. So only Castillo, 88. So he's the only one right now currently, and it's still, he's only got 33 innings pitched. It's only 6 games, but he's a little bit below the league average. So I like that. I do like looking at the ERA plus. Another one that's not performing too well is Dan Dunning, but again, it's only 13 innings. And so far, this Criswell, the 5 innings that he pitched, not so well. 5 innings, 3 walks, 6 Ks. That's not bad. So again, it's still early, but my pitching I'm pretty happy with. And then go to lineups. Same thing, guys. I'm just going to go to batting stats 1. I might change this, get my own showboat view. I like on base percentage. Who the hell's getting on base? Right now, Robles, Victor, 451, 25 games. Raleigh and Canzones, so my guys on the bench are doing pretty good. But again, they have 18 smaller plate appearances. So Naylor, anything over 300, I like to have that on base percentage. So Donovan's not doing too well. Again, he's got the snowflake. He's in a slump. Razorino right now is on a hot streak, so he might have been down here just a couple days ago. He's getting so he's moving up. See Mastroboni, Julio is having a slow start. So is Cal. So our superstars didn't have the best start, but again they were 18 and 14, and then Garver backup catcher. So our 2 best guys arguably are, and we're only a half a game out of first. So if they can turn it around, let's see, they both have 5 homers each. 13, 14 ribbies, and they're really there's look at their stats. They're very similar. It's 22-1, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers each, 13, 14 ribbies, 13, 10. They both walked 9-8. Hit by pitch. Strikeouts 31 for Julio, 32 for Cal. Very similar. He's batting 186. Cal's 180. On base, 262 for Rodriguez, 260 for Cal. Very similar numbers and very shit number just to start off with. So let's go. Our superstars are having a rough first month. Well, what is that? 32 games in. And that's that, folks. So did I have anybody injured that had a pitcher? It doesn't have. There's no guys are tired here. No, nobody needs to come out and injured. Cal's a little bit tired, but not bad. Our superstars are just, if they turned it around, it'd just be normal average. We should be kicking some booty. And then you can look at your whole organization, folks. And I can go to I'm excited about, we're a short list here. All players, it defaults to batters. There we go. We got Sloan injured. That guy's been injured. These guys took a couple knocks. But if I want to look, let's just look at the pitchers. These are my top youngster pitchers that I want to look at. Pitching stats 1. So they haven't played any games yet. They start later. Some of the teams, minor league teams, they start later. That's the pitchers. Let's look at the batters. Batting stats 1. So our AAA, none of our organization has started yet. Really? Huh. You can go in here in stats. Oh no, they have played. Emerson and Young. So why isn't it showing up? Hold on, folks. Emerson and Young. Yeah, batting stats. Oh, you got, because right here, folks, Major League Pay. Go to all levels. There we go. Hello. There's all kinds of filters, folks. So right now, the batters. So Montez is doing good. 23 games in. He's got 12 homers, 427 on base percentage. Colt Emerson down there, 28 games. This is who we want to keep an eye on here, because this is an exciting youngster, Emerson and Cole Young. Colt Emerson. I have the second baseman. Shortstop. Cole Young's a second baseman. They're both in AAA. Emerson. Emerson or Cole Young. Emerson would be the shortstop, right? Is that what the Mariners are training him as, a shortstop or a second baseman? So I know Cole Young did last year. He played a few games as a second baseman, I'm pretty sure. He had 77 games last year, only had 211, but did have over a 300 on base percentage. Second baseman is his best ratings here in the game, Cole Young and Emerson. Well, they're both on the AAA Pacific Coast team. Let's look. What the hell are they play? Let's look at AAA Tacoma Rainiers. How do I get to that, folks? I should be able to see it somehow. Tacoma. Oh, that's why we're in international. Pacific Coast League. Here we go. And then you can go to Tacoma Rainiers. And then I can look at their lineup. Colt Emerson, shortstop they're playing. And they're playing Young as the second base. Yeah, Emerson. So for some reason it has second base here. Let's put actions. Let's put him set position to shorty. Shortstop. You can also go in here. You can change their game strategy. If you want to force him to only play shortstop, you can put that in there. And if you want him to only put lead off, you can put first if you want. But I'm going to put none here for stardom, because I don't mind if he plays any short or second. I don't mind it. And then you can see his percentage ranking. This is a new thing on the right side, I think, in just this year. You can see how he's doing AAA compared to other people in AAA. It's very cool. So let's get back to that page. My prospects. I'm just looking at the batters. So Emerson and Young, they're doing good. They're both, just right, almost at 400 each on base percentage. So very good. I have the AAA, but I can put all levels. And Montez he's doing good there in the AA. So he's only 21. Let's just stay there in AA. I'm not going to move him up yet. 23, let's not get carried away. If he continues that for another, I want to give him some good sound. He's at 82 at bats, hitting 341. He's kicking some booty. Let's keep him down there for a little bit. Development a little bit more. And so there you go. Arroyo is another one that's looking. It's 294. Not as good. Where do I have him at? He's in the AA too. So let's start kicking it up a notch there. And then my pitching. That's my pitchers. Who's doing good here? ERA, or maybe I just go ERA plus. Troy Taylor, 15 innings. Just give up 2 runs. strikeouts per 9, 8.8, and then under 3, he's got 2.3 walks per 9. It's doing good. Troy Taylor as a closer, he's the 24-year-old in AAA, so he's doing good. To start off again, he's only had 15 innings. All right, folks, I think I showed you a little bit. I could sit here all day and have fun, show you guys all these numbers and stuff, but right now, let's get back to Seattle. Here's where we're standing. I'm going to go and sim like a month off camera. Let's see what's the next big thing. It's April 30th. The first year player drafting. I might come back to that, folks. April. So it's basically May right now, May, June, July. Come back 2 months-ish. We'll come back for the first year player draft, folks, and we'll see where we stand. I'll do a little recap on what guys I moved down, and there might be some promotions and demotions here in our team, in our organization, and maybe hopefully there's no injuries, and see how well our team's doing. We'll look at the pitchers and catchers again, and hopefully the on-base percentage, our two best guys of the team, Rodriguez and Raleigh, won't be sitting at the bottom, folks. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Remember, keep moving forward. There we go after 32 games.